What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to give you guys some Atlanta Falcons news. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So in today's video, as I mentioned in Atlanta Falcons news, the Atlanta Falcons have interviewed former defensive coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals, Lou Anarumo. And I do feel like Coach Lou is a good candidate for this Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator position. He is one of those guys that did help lead that Cincinnati Bengals defense to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. He did also coach our all-pro safety, Jesse Bates, who's very familiar with his defensive scheme. And he also, over the last 2 years, has had the sack leader in the NFL in Trey Hendrickson. I believe in this past season, Trey Hendrickson, the star defensive end, had 17.5 sacks this past season. But he's led the NFL in sacks the last 2 years. So Coach Lou does know how to draw it up and put pressure on the quarterback. He's been one of the better defensive coordinators over the last 5 years. And he did also help lead that Cincinnati Bengals defense to two AFC championship games within the last 5 years. So I definitely think that Coach Lou is one of those guys that's a really solid defensive coordinator. He had to deal with a lot of the high octane offenses in the AFC. He's went up against the Andy Reids and Patrick Mahomes over the last couple years. He's played against the Josh Allens of the world and been very successful. And he's also went up against Lamar Jackson, in the Ravens over the last couple years as well in that AFC North division. So I definitely think that Coach Lou should be one of those coaches that the Falcons should strongly consider for this defensive coordinator position. But as I mentioned, being that he's familiar with Jesse Bates, I really feel like that can go a long way for him possibly getting this position. Now, he is an aggressive, defensive-minded coach. As I mentioned, that the Falcons need to go after a more seasoned coach and a coach that has an aggressive mindset. And that is how he coaches his defenses as well. He's not as aggressive as Wink Martindale, who we also interviewed for this position. But he is one of those coaches that I mentioned that has had a lot of success, has been around the league for a really long time, and is one of those guys that I think could bring a different vibe to this Atlanta Falcons defense. As we know, Raheem Morris believes in playing a lot of cover three, playing a lot of coverage. And I really feel like Lou could bring some more of that aggressive mindset in the front seven and things of that nature. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Coach Lou. Do you think that he'll be a good coach as far as the defensive coordinator? Do you think he'll be a good coordinator for our Atlanta Falcons team? Personally, I think that he's a solid candidate as well because of his experience, because he has coached at the highest level over the last 5 years. He's been on a very competitive Cincinnati Bengals, coaching staff. They've done a really good job in Cincinnati. Outside of this past year, they've been one of the better teams in the AFC as far as, having a really good defense, having a solid offense as well. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.